On this episode of J Bros Cooking, we're doing a special edition Thanksgiving, but with a twist. We're doing a budget Thanksgiving dinner for $25.
Is that even possible? So we'll just start with the turkey. The turkey was $12. These canned green beans, which are going in the green bean casserole.
Those are 50 cents a can, so $1.
50 cents, $1. We have 2 cans of corn. I did find no salt added for the corn.
It's 50 cents a can.
A cranberry sauce, and then cranberry jelly cranberry sauce. And those are store brand too. 94 cents each.
We were 50 cents for the cream of chicken soup.
We're doing box stuffing.
We have our simple turkey gravy mix that we will be
Spicing up,
and we'll be adding the drippings from the actual turkey. Those are 40 cents a piece. We have a nice loaf of bread here that we're going to be using instead of rolls. That was $1.
Little secret, dig on the bottom. Usually you can find the newer stuff, the fresher stuff.
We have our French fried onions for our green bean casserole. And then we have our potatoes.
Right now we don't have a food tax in Phoenix.
All right, Joe, you're up.
Of course, I'm the one paying.
We're on a budget, we're using store brands, but it's still gonna be a great dinner. It's gonna taste great. We're gonna season it.
So many moons ago, in 1994, I wanna say, it could have been earlier, maybe 1992, but somewhere along in there, I was either 10 to 12 years old. We were not the wealthiest people in the world. We aren't right now, but my mom went to a church to get a food box. Long story short, other families showed up like right after us, and they went in, and the lady's like, sorry, I just gave them the last one. So my mom, being my mom, so giving, always wanting to help other people, she decided that she was going to give this food box, our food box, to this family at Thanksgiving time. It's like, here, take ours. And I'm sitting in the car like, this little fat kid like, no!
Goes your food.
There's my Thanksgiving dinner, Mom. And she's like, no, I have $25. I'm gonna do Thanksgiving dinner on a budget this year. So I was thinking to myself, we should do an episode trying to do Thanksgiving dinner on a budget, if it's even possible. Well, me being the financial guru that I am, you know, always hanging out with Dave Ramsey and whatnot. So if you look up the dollar in, I have this printed out because it's not in my head, just gonna be honest. The US dollar experienced an average inflation rate of 2.19% per year. So from 1994 until now, $25 in 1994, the equivalent of that would have been $43.91. So my mom actually had quite a bit of money, and prices were much cheaper. We decided that Walmart was the cheapest. We're not sponsored by Walmart. The majority of people have access to a Walmart.
Yeah. The most available store, we figured, everywhere. $25, 10 people, that's a pretty good deal.
So let's get cooking. First, we're gonna prep this turkey.
Was it a boy? Was it a girl?
Oh, whoa, okay.
I think that answers that question.
All right.
We have a butter that we seasoned, an herb butter.
Now, if this was John, he would have went really cheap.
And this would have been margarine.
And used margarine. But since I didn't buy butter, I always keep butter in my fridge. We're using my kitchen.
We're using butter.
We're using butter.
So we have an herbed butter with just some garlic and some basil in there. And we're just going to get that rubbed on there. You know, I probably should just use my hands. Let me rub this guy down. I like to rub.
John's crazy with the.
I like to rub the butter on that skin, but I like to loosen it up a little bit. We got it good and buttered up. I'm gonna get my hands washed up. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go and have Joe hit this with some salt and pepper.
Gladly.
All right, so we got the turkey in the bag. We're gonna go ahead in the oven. We got the oven preheated to 425. We're gonna get it in under a high heat for about an hour, and then we're gonna drop that temperature down and let it keep cooking. That we're not actually putting the stuffing in the turkey. We always cook it separately. That's the way we like it, so that's the way we're gonna show it to you. Turkey going in. So we're gonna get started on the green bean casserole. For that, today we're using 2 different green beans. We're using just your regular cut green beans, and then we're going to use some of the French style green beans, getting a little more fancy. So we're going to put the green beans in the bowl here.
Got the French style going in first.
Going to go ahead and put in our cream of chicken soup. We have 3/4 cup of milk we're going to be adding. Pepper. And then we're going to go ahead and do about half the bag of the French fried onions, so that'd be about 3 ounces. We're gonna go put directly into the green beans. We'll go ahead and get that mixed up.
Let's add a little hot sauce.
A little hot sauce. I also feel like a little bit of garlic powder.
A little bit of garlic, maybe a little onion too. Let's just add this in. Let's go for it. Let's just go freestyle. I mean,
you know,
come on. Yeah, we're gonna add this.
Spices are free. They're in your house. So
yeah, it's in your pantry.
We're not gonna count them. And as fancy as we are, great value spices. So
you know what? This is always makes my food better too. A little green Tabasco. I'm not gonna overdo it. Just a little. Yeah, that's it.
They're our same green beans. They got a little flair now with no extra cost. It was stuff that's already in the cabinet. About $5 for our green bean casserole. Go with our fancy disposable tray right here towards the camera, which is hard because that's the opposite of what you would normally do. Go ahead and put some more of our French fried onions on there. We're gonna go ahead and cover this with some tin foil. And this is gonna go in the oven. Green bean casserole's cooking, turkey's cooking.
We figured, since we're using canned corn, we're gonna use 1 thing of fresh corn and mix it up in there.
Take this husk right off of it.
And for the canned corn, we drained one, and one had the juice still in it. Cook it down a little, let it simmer.
I don't think we mentioned that both cans of green beans were drained before they went in. I'm going to get that fresh corn off the cob. I'm gonna worry about your hand out there.
Where's the big cutting board?
That's right, we're making a mess.
That was like, oh. So now I'm going to take that fresh corn, which there's not a lot of it, but hopefully it will help enhance the flavors a little bit of this good old-fashioned canned corn.
Now, to spice up our corn, we're going to do salt and pepper, also some onion powder, and a little garlic powder.
Little onion goes a long way. We couldn't afford a real onion, so we had to go through the pantry. Little garlic.
The corn is very simple. Spices in, we got the juice from 1 can, so nothing's raw in this. I mean, you're just getting it heated up and let it cook down a little bit, and it's gonna be ready to go.
Ready to go. Give it a little stir here.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on our stuffing now. In our pot here, we have 3 cups of water that we're bringing to a boil. To that, we're gonna add 1 stick of butter.
Which is from our pantry or our refrigerator. We already had it. It's just box stuffing. It's nothing special. I like to pepper it up.
A little bit of flavor. Like we said, store-bought can be great if you put in the flavor yourself.
The garlic powder. I don't know, maybe a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more.
But in our house, it was like you never really could have too much garlic. So if you don't like garlic, you know, you don't need that negativity in your life. So.
All right, so now our 3 cups of water have come to a boil. We added the butter, and you know, we seasoned it up a little bit. Lower the heat all the way down, and then you just kind of mix these packs in.
So we're probably going to transfer to a pan, put it in the oven, and let it get a little bit of a crisp up on top. We're going to go ahead and transfer this to a pan. It's a little bit soggy this way. We want to add a little bit of crispiness to it. Now, something I just realized, I was talking about we could add the real onion in. We have...
Oh, snap. Excuse me.
We have some of the leftover French fried onions.
The great value ones, not the Frenches.
We're going to add a little bit of that to the top for a little bit of extra flair.
Do you eat stuffing, John?
I do. I tried it for the first time last year. I had never had it. I'm addicted to it. It's
pretty good.
It's kind of, at this point, it's literally soggy bread we're eating. So we're going to go ahead and put a bit of the fried onions right on top. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven. No cover on this one. We're not going to cover it because, ooh, that's hot. I do want this to crisp up nicely. Going in.
So now we're going to do my favorite thing in the world.
Ugh.
Peel potatoes.
For them good mashed potatoes.
We're going to start peeling potatoes. Ooh, this one's got a nasty on it.
Spraying me. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut our potatoes the same size.
Close in size.
So they cook evenly. There's really no too big, too small, because you're gonna smash them either way.
Did you say smash them?
Smash them.
I'm
Mash
gonna say
them.
mash them.
But smash, mash. Ever partially cooked your potatoes in the microwave?
Shh. Have I ever used the microwave? Remember, our kitchen doesn't even have a microwave in it.
That's true, that's true. But I was just wondering. Now for the potatoes, we did, what did we do? 10, 50, we just said we're cooking for 10, so we did a potato per person. That's usually what you would plan on.
Don't you left this eye in the potato? I know it wasn't me.
There's no eye in potato. What are you talking about?
Okay, so our water is coming to a boil, and we're gonna add our potatoes. We have right here. I usually add a little bit of salt. So then we'll take them, and this is never usually that safe.
All right, they're in.
For the win! Wait, whoa,
we got some stragglers.
We got a budget here.
So we let these potatoes boil for, you said what, 15 to 20 minutes?
Yeah, it's usually 15, 20 minutes. All right, our potatoes have just finished up. We're gonna take it off, drain it out in the sink here. Just drain the water off. All right. So now we got them out, put them in this bowl. We usually start, I know, real healthy, with a full stick of butter. The butter, just cover it up, let the heat soften that up. The butter was not included in the budget. It was just a refrigerator item, we want to call that. We call that a pantry item.
Pantry item, yeah.
I usually keep quite a bit of butter so that we definitely would have been over budget.
I'll be honest, you go buy 4 sticks of margarine for like 75 cents.
Yeah, so if you find the margarine on sale, you definitely... We did have the money left over, but I'm gonna say we're still on budget because we did buy all the food and I did have the butter. It wasn't like I spent extra money on it. I always have butter in my fridge. Yeah. This is my old many Thanksgivings. Whoever did it, when you try and like really get on it, I know you're supposed to hold like that, but it slips and then you try and get on top of it and it hits your hand, it hurts. So I retired this one. I bought this one last year. This is it right here. So I'm gonna start mashing it. If I may so kindly ask, can you give me some milk, please?
I shall.
Then I hit it with some salt. I do a little bit of garlic powder. And I do a sprinkle of onion. Where is my secret weapon? My hand mixer. So I'm gonna add a little bit of milk, and no, I didn't measure it out. Honestly, I don't usually measure it out, I just add it. So we got it all mixed up, and then I like to put just a little piece of butter on top, a little more pepper, just for that presentation, which, you know, we seem to lack, so I'm trying to work on it.
Or flavor, not presentation.
This is our mashed potatoes, and our dog can smell it.
We're gonna go ahead and check the temperature of the turkey, see where it's at.
We're gonna pull out our turkey. It's nice and done. We double check the temperatures with our oven thermometer.
There is our turkey. Now we still have to make our gravy. We got those real cheap turkey gravy packets, but to those, we're gonna add some spices and we're gonna add some of the drippings from the turkey. We're using about a half a cup of drippings to a cup and a half of water.
This is hot.
So 2 cups liquid total. And then 2 packets of the gravy mix.
So we're gonna put the gravy in.
Spice it up a little
Add
bit.
a little onion powder. Hit it with a little garlic. Definitely gonna add some pepper to it.
Just gonna bring this to a boil, reduce it down to a simmer, let it go for a few minutes, thicken up a little bit, and it's gonna be done.
I just bought a loaf of bread from the bakery. We're just gonna slice the loaf up, kind of nice and thin, and try and get at least 10 pieces out of it, right? Because we're making for 10.
For the garlic butter, just a touch of garlic powder. And for our herbs, we're gonna go ahead and go with a couple dashes of the Italian seasoning. It's got a little bit of everything in it. Go ahead and take our butter.
Ooh. Okay, so everything is now completed. We have our turkey, our green bean casserole, our stuffing, our delicious corn, our delicious mashed potatoes, our gravy. We have 2 types of cranberry. We have cranberry sauce, and we have the cranberry jelly or jello. And then we have the bread, and we have a butter, garlic with some herbs in it, mixed up.
So like we told you, this was our budget Thanksgiving dinner. You know, 2 things we really wanted to show you today. Joe's was showing you the budget end of it. Mine, I wanted to show you was with the budget, we bought store brand stuff, but if you season it and you cook it right, you can flavor it to taste great. It's a time to be thankful, not a time to go into debt, and we think we pulled it off. This was...
Yeah, don't go broke on a Thanksgiving dinner, a dinner you're thankful for.
We really hope that you guys will try it if you're looking for a simple, easy dinner. And we're thankful for you guys watching, and we hope this will help you.
And remember, it's always better
when you make it yourself.
Ah, John got it right finally.
Our sister's here.
Look at this. We ended up getting a puppy too.
So this is the real taste test.
So we have one. We've already torn in.
Ooh, they like that turkey.
And why not, right? Easy on my hand. Easy, girl.
Oh.
Whoa, those are my fingers. And they seem to like it. So,
Whoa!
our dogs approve?
She got me.
Yeah, that's a good girl, huh? So this is Daisy, and that's Sprinkles. Sprinkles is much calmer. Daisy's a beast. She's just like...
They are sisters.
They're sisters. So I'm gonna let her go because she really doesn't want to be here, and she just wants me to keep feeding her. And she already ate.
And they're off to go play.
Boom, boom, boom.